songs, I always start with music, melodies, rhythms, and most anything other than lyrics, really. And I seldom have anything but a line or two at the time the song is musically finished. Perhaps a title, so I can tell the demo apart from all the other demos that I have. The demo lyrics that help me write the songs are sometimes really difficult to shake off in a way that, like for example, Half a Marathon Man, I already had the lyrics for the chorus on the demo, and it was fairly impossible for me to kind of take them out and somehow shake it off and change the whole theme of the song afterwards. And the song itself, it came out so fast anyways. And well, I just tried to write the song lyrically otherwise around it somehow. And really anything can spark a song in me and inspire me as a songwriter. I just lay my fingers on the keyboards or on the fretboard, and I may or may not find a song from there. And it's always like that. Depends on the day, really, and I always try to find a new thing, new sounds, styles, or just about anything that would somehow help me to get a new angle on whatever it is that I'm trying to achieve, or even if I'm trying to come up with something in the same style as what I've done before, I'll try to find something new, even if it's just sounds on it. And the outcome usually is something that sounds like Sonata Arctica, no matter what I do, but that's really not the point. What is important is finding new roads and paths to get there. And that's important, I think. It's somehow vital for me as a songwriter. It's fun. I enjoy it, really. It's a big part of why I continue and want to continue doing this until I'm 110 years old or something like that. And I suppose I'm selfish in that way, but I just love my music. In the Stones Throw Name, I found again the simplicity as a songwriter, you know, that have like basic parts, and I wasn't trying to do anything too fancy, which was the way of doing things in the beginning, you know, with Ecliptica, and slowly I started to make more complex things, but now with Stones I found simplicity again, and now closing the circle with the style. There are a lot of power metal songs on this album, and I think I like it. It's 15 years in making, and finally we're taking our boat back home, and it feels really good and safe. Sonata Arctica has always been more than just power metal band, and it's been kind of suffocating to hear from people who really love power metal that Sonata Arctica is not really power metal, although we tend to call ourselves that. And that has kind of confused me in a lot of ways. You know, I didn't have home musically in that sense, or Sonata Arctica didn't have a home because we were doing something that didn't seem to fit any square like tightly, and nobody seemed to accept us. But everybody seemed to have a different title for what it is that we do. And it was suffocating in some ways, and I just tried to find some solid base for what we do, and which kind of consequently led us making few albums that were totally different from the line of albums that we started with, the 4 first albums. And of course, you know, there was other things as well. You know, we got tired, and there was some kind of burnout kind of feeling in the band as well. At least I felt that, and we got really tired with what we did. And now I think it's a good time to come back now. I think we thought that we're too fucking old for this shit, but you know, when we grew up and then finally came through from the other end of the tunnel, as this Sonata Arctica you will discover now from this PARIAH'S Child album. I think it's really important that bands reinvent themselves and try to find new ways of doing things, but it's also important that you find a core in what you do and what is really the essence of the band. And maybe we are finally getting back there, you know. It's an adventure being in a band and having a career such as this, and this is a new beginning, I think, in many ways, and the story is far from over. You know, we're back. The old logo is back and Sonata is back.